Good morning.
Coach, just an update on Kyrie's surgery yesterday.
Went well. Everything that I've heard is great, and should be fully healthy by the time we get started next year.
Results from Gershon's MRI?
Clear, nothing that stood out, but he still has a sore knee, so he won't play.
Who will you go with tonight?
Our starting line: Terry, Jalen, Jason, Al, and Baines.
Yeah, when you say your starting lineup, you have to think about that.
Yeah. It's changed a few hundred times.
And getting Marcus Morris some rest?
Marcus Morris has a bunch of nicks and bruises, and so made sense to sit today.
Anybody else sitting out today?
Just Yabusele.
What changes have you seen in Bird's game over the course of the year?
Not much. I just think he's healthy. He dealt with that back issue, the back spasms from early January all the way until mid-March, and so he didn't get a chance to play in the G League as much towards the end of the year, and our injuries here really affected our G League team, I thought, in a lot of ways, because we had Kadeem with us. Obviously, Jabari was doing rehab. We had to bring Yabusele back a little earlier than we initially thought. So, and then guys like Andrew White got picked up by other teams, and so it's been it was really a unique year there because we dealt with a lot more missed games than normal. But he's, he looks like he's feeling good. And he was excited to play, and I think it's one of the things we talked about, like with the Bulls the other day, and you certainly see it with the Atlanta team. Got a bunch of young guys playing, and they're chomping at the bit to play. They're playing really hard. They played great at Washington the other night, and there's a fearlessness about them that is really fun. And you saw it the other night with Bird, and then when Gibson got in, and it is kind of fun to see guys take the stage and step up.
Right. You said you weren't really worried about Marcus's ejections. Do you talk to guys, or maybe just kind of escalating relation with the officials and player, like there's kind of in meetings about it? Do you talk to the guys about how perhaps to deal with officials or certain officials that you might not want to, kind of pester?
I always think, ultimately, certainly there's things that lead to technical fouls or ejections or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's you disagree with a call. Sometimes it's you get into it with a guy like he did the other day. He knows. I mean, he's 28 years old. He knows. So, ultimately, we do talk about, especially as we get into this time of the year and we move forward next week, is that, we have to be able to move on to the next play regardless. And that's a big part of the game. Not everything's going to go your way. I'm not worried about it with Marcus. I was joking that I was going to tell you all that we're sitting to save him money today, but no, he's not worried about him at all.
I lobbed that up for you, Brad.
I know.
Marcus.
I know. I had to make sure it was clear that it was a joke. All right, great.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.
Coach Brad,